Okay, so members, so now today we are going to see how do we handle this proof also. But please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, to handle this proof, so that we are going to use the idea of factor formula as we are going to see everything. We are also going to use the idea of double angles of cos. Where you can express the cos in terms of this and also sine in terms of this. Because these are angles of a triangle, these are when you add them, you add up to 180. So I'm going to add these two. Start with this, so that I get the left hand side, this is my left hand side, and this is my right hand side. So here, if I apply factor formula, I get this angle plus this then by 2, then this angle minus this then by 2, then this. Now, instead this one is going to give me a product, and it's going to give me a product of A and B, not C. So I remove now C. How do we remove the C? Using this idea. I know that when I add these ones, I get 180. So if I make still the subject A plus B, multiply by 2. Now you see, I need the cos, I need this cos, both sides. A, we introduce cos both sides, which shall be having now cos. So now is that this angle is the 360 minus, it's in the fourth quadrant, and the cos in the fourth quadrant is positive. So meaning my cos to C will be the same as cos of 2. It's going to be cos of this 2 into A plus B. Why? Because 360 minus this is going to be in the fourth quadrant, and the cos is positive, so cos will be equal to this angle. Now, where there is this, I'm going to put the same thing, which will be now. Allow me to write this as 2. Now, cos. We divide through by, we have A. Then cos. Then plus. Now, where there is this, I put this. So, this is cos of 2 into A plus B. Now, I'm going to use double angles to remove this. This is I have cos, so meaning I need to introduce cos. So if I introduce cos, is that if this is the coefficient of the angle, I divide it by 2. So now this is going to be then plus. So this coefficient, I divide it by 2. So I'll be having cos, then a square, then divide the coefficient of the angle by 2. So this will be now cos square B, this by 2 you get 1 plus B, then minus 1. So from there, you see that this cos 2 cos A plus B is common. You factorize it out. Here remaining this. Then plus, if I remove 1 here, I remain with cos A plus B, because the 2 is already out, then minus 1. So now you see here, I want to remove now cos of A plus B. If now the same idea, you come back here, you want to remove A plus B. So now, if I make A plus B the subject, minus 1, and then this the side. So if I introduce cos both sides, and so now this angle is in the second quadrant, and the second quadrant cos is negative. So negative of now this angle. So now from here I'll be having 2 into, now where there is this, I put my negative cos C. Then here you apply factor formula. So I'm going to be having now 2 into cos, because I'm adding, so this plus this, when I add this plus this, I'll be having 2A divided by 2. So here I'm going to be having 2A over 2. Then cos still, this minus this, I'll be having negative 2B over 2. If I subtract, then minus 1. So this will be, now this and this will be 4. This negative 4. Then cos C. Then this will be giving me cos A. Then we know cos of a positive is the same as cos of a negative angle. Then minus 1. Rearranging, this will be 1 minus 4 cos A, cos B, then cos C, and that is the proof there using that idea. Now when I come to this, still I apply factor formula on this. You know that if I'm subtracting, now I have to use sign, but it's a negative. Then when I add, sorry, I want now to remove this because this one is going to give me cos 2a, and then this is this side, so I remove this using the idea. So from there, you see that if I say still A plus B plus C is equal to 180, take there, this I want C, so my C will be 180 minus A plus B. Multiply through by 4. Then introduce cos, will be now cos of 720. Now you see this angle 720 minus this is going to be the fourth quadrant, and cos in the fourth quadrant is positive. Then this will be cos of this 4 into like that. So where is this? I'm going to put that. So now this will be negative 2. Sine is over here, 2 is going to be common. Then sine of 2 into m minus b. Then minus. Now, what is this? I put this 2a plus b. Now, I want to say that I'm having sine, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to express this in terms of sine. So that if it's now in terms of sine, it's 1 minus the coefficient of the angle, then by 2, then the square there. So now this will be then minus in the brackets 1 minus 2 sine squared. So that here the coefficient is 4. If you divide it by 2, you get 2 into a plus b. So from there, if I open brackets, I have negative 2 sine 2 then minus 1, then plus 2 sine squared 2m plus b. And you see that now this is common there and there. So if I factorize out 2 sine 2a plus b, I'll be remaining with here, I'll be remaining with only sine 2a into a plus b. Then here I'll be remaining with the minus sine 2, the whole, then minus 1. So this will be, now I want to remove this. I come back here now, I'm going to make a plus b the subject. So from there, that's my a 180 because the angles of a triangle, so minus c. But I'm seeing I have a 2 on that angle. Plus b will be equal to 2 here. So this is 10 minus 2c. Now I introduce sine. So my sine of 2a plus b will be. Now you see that this angle is in the fourth quadrant, and the fourth quadrant sine is negative, so it's going to be now negative sine of this acute angle, which is 2c. I mean of this angle, which is 2c. So here I'm going to be having now 2 into negative sine 2c into now, you see here, I'm subtracting, meaning I'm going to be having 2 sine. I subtract these angles, I'll be having 2a minus 2a, which is 0, then 2b minus 2b, so I'll be having 2b over 2, then cos, then I add 2a plus 2a, that's 4a. Sorry, this is going to be 4, because I'm going to be having 2b minus 2b, that will be 4a. Then I'm going to be having 2a plus 2a, which will give me 4a, divided by 2, because 2b, then plus 2, plus minus 2b will be a 0, then a minus 1. So this will give me a negative sign 2c minus 2 sine 2b cos 2a minus 1. Starting with this negative 1, I have negative 1, then this 2. So here we have our 2, so this 2 and this 2 here. I'll be having minus 4 sine, okay, let me start with cos 2a, then sine 2b, then sine 2c, like that. And so members, that's how we handle this process. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. I wish you the best.